Ladies and gentlemen, boys of the jury, I am here to present to you all the information that I know of about the Deshaun Watson allegations. And when I'm done telling you the allegations, I will talk about my opinion if Deshaun Watson is guilty or if not. If you're not interested about all the information as of right now, skip to this timestamp on the screen now. With that out of the way, let's talk about the Deshaun Watson allegations and how it truly began. And it really began when Deshaun Watson wanted to be traded from the Houston Texans due to the basically terrible decision making the Houston organization have made. And that truly began when they traded away offensive tackle Derek Brown to Seattle, due to him wanting more money, due to the fact he wasn't going to get money for the rest of his contract, which, if you guys did not know, that is a thing. That you don't get a certain amount of money on your contract depending on how you basically made it. And so David Brown wanted more money, he wanted an extension. Houston Texans did not allow that. He got traded to Seattle. And blah, 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 blah. We all know the whole situation. Bill O'Brien becomes general manager. Jadeveon Clowney gets traded to Seattle. DeAndre Hopkins gets traded for a second-round pick. And Duke Johnson. And due to Derek Brown getting traded to Seattle, the Houston Texans traded multiple picks to Miami to get offensive tackle Tunsil, who later on would have gotten an extension. And also later on, they also get Brandon Cooks and Randall Cobb, who in total, both of their contracts are more than DeAndre Hopkins. In fact, Brandon Cooks' contract is roughly around the same amount as DeAndre Hopkins. Now, and of course the GM, Nick Caserio, who was hired from New England, was hired without Deshaun Watson even knowing. Hell, without Deshaun Watson even knowing he was an option to become the general manager. See, Deshaun Watson was told that he was going to get his opinion at least heard. He didn't want his guy to be the general manager. He just wanted his opinion to matter. And the Houston organization told him, yes, your opinion will be heard. And they 180 and got the general manager, and same thing with the head coach. Now, Deshaun Watson wants out, and allegations of sexual assault have occurred. And it's very fascinating, right? Because it's not like on the streets. No. Deshaun Watson, apparently, around 23 women have accused Deshaun Watson of sexual assault. And 18 women have come out and defended Deshaun Watson, and 2 women who claim to be sexually assaulted by Deshaun Watson have actually come out recently to the public, and now we actually know their faces. And what do all these women have in common? They all do massage therapy. And it's interesting. It's fascinating. And here's why this is truly fascinating. If you add up all the numbers, the women defending Deshaun and the women accusing Deshaun, that's over 40 women in total that Deshaun Watson had a massage therapy with. Over 40 women. That's almost 50 women. You're telling me that Deshaun Watson, a top 5 quarterback, who, if he wanted to, could probably have one of the best massage therapists in the world when it comes to athletics, sports, But you're telling me that Deshaun Watson has not only had over 40 massage therapists, all are women, but you're telling me that Deshaun Watson has not have a personal massage therapist? Because the way it sounded like he doesn't have a personal massage therapist. Which is interesting to me. Like, you should have a personal massage therapist. And even if you don't have a personal, you should at least know, if I'm getting a massage, I know exactly which therapist to go to. But no, this guy goes around to different therapists for massages. And granted, you could say, oh yes, but you can tell, you can experiment, see which does a better job, which makes a lot of sense, but he is a professional athlete. I feel like you shouldn't be going around to different women for massages when you should have a personal massage therapist who knows exactly how to work your body. Now you're probably thinking, oh, clearly this guy thinks that Deshaun Watson is guilty, correct? No. I actually don't have a stance on Deshaun Watson being guilty or not guilty. Because previously, if you actually checked out my videos, I have a video exactly on this topic. And at the time, we did not know about this. Not as much as we did before. And I say Deshaun was guilty. And that was mainly at the time, we believed that was just a Houston, Texas organization trying to destroy Deshaun Watson's name, resulting in other teams not wanting to trade for Deshaun Watson. Teams like the Jets, teams like the Bears, and teams like Miami. Big teams, big hitter teams that were rumored to go after Deshaun Watson. But apparently, it's more than that, because apparently over 40 women are now involved in this entire situation. Which I also gotta bring a question in, right? Why have we not heard a single male talk about Deshaun Watson? Think about it. Think about it like this. Why has not a single male therapist, a single male massage therapist, not come out yet? It doesn't matter if he's defending or against Deshaun. But we have not heard a single male. Which is fascinating to me, because you would think that it would probably be better that a male massaging your body would probably be the better decision than a woman. And if you, personally, I don't have a massage therapist, so I wouldn't know personally. But that's the thing, though. We don't know what Deshaun's really into, do we? I mean, Deshaun is reportedly one of the nice people in the entire league. And just the way he acts around the media and the way he acts just in general, you can clearly tell this guy is a genuinely good person. But the reason I bring this up is because it's just fascinating when you really think about it. And not just that, when you actually kind of think about it, think of it like this. You are one of the biggest names in the entire football league. And people, which actually recently reported that a woman who was close with Deshaun Watson, who is also a massage therapist, ironically, has actually told Deshaun Watson to be careful in situations like this. Why? Because he has a big name. He has brands with Nike and other companies. And that's how society works nowadays. Unfortunately, there's more false allegations than actual allegations. Majority of the time, people are lying about the situation, just trying to ruin someone's name, rather than actual, real suffering of the victim. And that sucks. Like, it actually disgusts me. I always had the opinion that false allegations is a worser crime than the actual crime they're accusing someone of. Yes, that's how I actually truly look at stuff like this. I truly believe that if you're going to accuse someone, that you better truly be in the right. Because if you are lying, if you are just doing this for clout, if you're doing this to just ruin someone's name, you disgust me. You should be locked up in prison as long as the person who you accused of would have been for said crime. And maybe that's just me. But the point is, now the fact that two women have come out, shown their face, and talked about it, they are putting themselves in a very, very dangerous position. Because if they are lying, then that's it for them. They are done. Because that's how society works nowadays. You can get away with a single thing as long as your identity does not get revealed to the public. If your name does not get out, if your address does not, if your face does not, then you are basically clear. But if your face, name, or anything else gets revealed to the public, you are basically screwed. And this does not look good for Deshaun. 40 massage therapists in total, at least 40, because we don't know how many other women are out there, women or males. We don't know who else is out there. And it sucks because nowadays, when you look up Deshaun Watson, all you truly see is stuff like this. When you look at it, you see ESPN talking about the engaged in acts. And you've seen websites like Sporting News talking about reporters losing jobs, or they're comparing Deshaun Watson allegations to blank, which I can't tell the rest. But you scroll down, yes, you see statistical stats, Instagram and following teammates. But all you see for videos and stuff like that. The Today Show, Deshaun Watson, a Tory sexual assault with massage, YouTube with microphone. It's not looking good for Deshaun Watson. Criminal complaints against Texans Deshaun Watson changes from YouTube NBC Sports. And there's plenty of more. But the point is, it looks very bad. Not just that. Recently, as it states here from CA Sports Yahoo.com news, reports are stating that Deshaun Watson said sex was concealed. Basically stating that at any point in time where the women are claiming sexual assault happens, both of them agreed on that stuff. Which puts it in an even difficult light, because now we don't know if any of this is truth or lies. At this point, we're so much in the gray area, so deep in the gray zone, rather than the light and the dark. The gray zone that who knows how long it will take us to get out of the gray zone. And it's just interesting. It's so rough for Deshaun Watson. And truly, I don't know who to believe in this situation anymore. I mean, the number of women coming out against Deshaun, the just Deshaun Watson just defending himself. The whole, yes, we both agreed to sex. It's so bizarre. It's weird. I don't understand it. I just don't get it. I don't have a stance on Deshaun Watson. And now you want my full opinion, right? I just went on that massive tantrum. Here is my full opinion. I know that basically I just stated so much of my opinion, but here's my full opinion. My opinion on this entire Deshaun Watson situation as of right now. Because don't worry, we will talk about the end result of Deshaun Watson by the end of this entire situation. My opinion on Deshaun Watson right here and right now is simply this. I believe Deshaun Watson. I don't know. I don't know if I believe Deshaun Watson or not. I am in the category of we wait and see. You will be guilty or not guilty on the day the court happens. And I can't even say that. I can't even say, oh yeah, for the time the courts have decided if you're guilty or not guilty. I can't even say I agree with that. Because here's the thing. How do we know that he actually did crimes like that? How do we know that he's actually guilty or not? Because just because the court states he's guilty does not mean he's actually guilty. I mean, look at a recent story as of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. We automatically believe that Johnny Depp was a wife beater. In fact, the courts have stated, at least the UK courts have stated that Johnny Depp is a wife beater. But now more information coming out, it's more likely that Johnny Depp was falsely accused of Amber Heard of being a wife beater. In fact, it's more allegations to prove that Amber Heard is more likely to be the abuser than Depp out of the two in the case. Which proves my point even more, talking about false allegations. Right? And the fact that there's so many women in this entire situation, yeah, someone might be lying, but someone might be telling the truth. And I don't know. I truly don't know if he's guilty or not. So as of right now, I'm stating that he's not guilty up until the court date. And when that day happens, they gotta convince me that he is guilty or not guilty. Because if they do not convince the people that he is guilty or not guilty, then I truly don't know who to believe. And man, that's rough. That is rough. And don't worry, we will talk about the Houston Texans organization in a different video coming up soon. Because trust me, Deshaun Watson's done with Houston after this entire case. If it's either he getting traded to a different team, he's playing for a different team, or Deshaun Watson is literally locked up behind bars, or him never playing a snap of football ever again. Because the NFL is probably going to suspend Deshaun, even if he's not guilty. They did the same thing with Zeke for a similar crime. I'm joking, not for a similar crime, but like a crime that he did not do, got suspended for 6 games. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, this is a damning situation. I believe Deshaun Watson is not guilty up until the court date, unless leak footage comes out. Then I will have an opinion. If leak footage with actual audio comes out, then as of right now, I believe that he's guilty up until court date. But tell me your opinions in the comment section down below. And with that out of the way, I'm done with Deshaun Watson allegations for now. And yes, it's been a bit since I made a video. So ladies and gentlemen, Patreon Wild's back. I'm back.